First of all, we need to understand what is organizational design, which ultimately formulates the structure. So organizational design is composed of different components that we are going to discuss in detail step by step. Number one is work specialization. Work specialization, in other words known as division of labor, where people are required to perform the task as per their expertise. Number two is span of control, which means that how effectively a manager can supervise the workforce, the count of the workforce, the number of employees, how much he can supervise in his or her leadership. The third is departmentalization, means grouping of several activities in the organization. Now departmentalization has different categories which we are going to discuss step by step. Number one process, or we can say the number one type of departmentalization is functional, where the organization perform different functions. For instance, an organization has different departments, the department of HR, the department of marketing, the department of supply chain and finance. So organization is grouped on a basis of different functions, and how with the help of functions they are executing several tasks. So this is known as functional departmentalization. Then we are having product departmentalization, which means the organization is grouping its activities on the basis of the product lines. For instance, if the organization is having different product category, number one category is of cell phones, so they are making their departments on the basis of cell phone category. Number two is electronic appliances. If they are having different electronic appliances, so they are going to make departments on the basis of that product line. The third type of departmentalization is process departmentalization, where organization makes department on the basis of different processes that take place. For instance, an organization is producing leather jackets, so a leather jacket requires to be cut first, then sew, then dye and then dispatch. So the processes determines that how organization is going to make departments. And then we are having the departmentalization known as geographic, which makes sure that the organization is geographically dispersed, organization is expanded in several regions, and then you are making department. For instance, if I am running an organization which is operating in Pakistan and America, so I am going to do geographic expansion, or I can say geographic departmentalization, where I am going to make department of South region, East region, so on and so forth. And then we are going to look at the activities that how different regions are performing geographically in different places. And in last, we are having customer departmentalization, in which the company makes department on the basis of unique customer needs. For instance, I am having a cosmetic brand and I am selling it worldwide, so I am having different unique customer requirement. Definitely I am going to have some domestic customers of Pakistan, so I have made one department of domestic customers where I am giving my product in different quality and in different price. Now I am having another department of foreign customers, where people from different parts of world are ordering my product, so I am dealing with them in different way. I am having different quality for them, I am having different prices for them, so I am dealing with them in a total different way, in a total new department. And third department could be the wholesalers, the people who are purchasing that product in bulk from me. I am dealing with them in totally different category. So the third department could be retail customer department, and this is how customer departmentalization is done, which determines that how unique your customer is and how unique different practices you are implementing on them by making different departments. Thank you so much.